gonna have to do it unscripted. It's so used to doing it scripted. Hey everyone, welcome to a bit more of an unscripted and more impromptu video for this channel. But basically, a few days ago, I bought one of these. If you can't tell what it is, it's a lightsaber. And I kind of just wanted to spend a few minutes kind of geeking out about it and talking through, because I've probably annoyed friends and family already on every other social media under the sun. So why not just put it all in one video here. So first off, a little bit of backstory. Last year, my girlfriend and I booked a holiday to Disneyland.
Stop! You violated the law.
Where obviously with Galaxy's Edge, my plan was to build my own lightsaber in the Savvy's workshop. However, COVID dropped, holiday cancelled, and I was kind of like left with this feeling of, do I just buy one online or do I wait until we can rebook? And I was going strong for quite a while, but TikTok being the place it is for constantly showing you similar content, I kept on seeing people playing with their lightsabers, and it kind of just got to me eventually. So about I think it was about a week ago, I was doing some research online. I came across on Etsy an online store called Lightsabers, which I believe might be based in Latvia, I could be wrong. And they had some really cool designs, and within my budget, I thought it was quite an affordable price. So the one that I've got, this was about, I think it was about £90 for the blade itself. I did have to pay a small import tax, so just keep that in mind if you're gonna go have a look at this store. But for the amount I've paid, I can definitely assure you that I think it's worth the money or the investment. I mean, admittedly, I've not tested out other stores and websites, so there's a lot out there. There's, you know, Saber Forge, Ultra Sabers. There's a lot out there, but this is just one that I found that was within my budget. It sounded like it had a lot of options, and the reviews were pretty good for it. As you can see, this is the hilt. Did have to charge it when it first arrived, and it took about 2 or 3 hours to get it maxed charge. Now that it's ready to go, I better show you what it can do. Obviously, you also get one of these, and it should be mentioned that on the Lightsabers website, you can actually choose between a few different lengths. This is the longest length, which is just under 1 meter, I think. But you can go for shorter blades if you wanted one for your kid, or you were going to go for just a short blade in general. You also get a couple of these, which essentially is just the manual, just making it a little bit cooler looking. So obviously it goes through all the terms and conditions, kind of rubbish. You have a year warranty, and then on this side you've got basically a little guide on all the different ways you can use a lightsaber, and then there's some troubleshooting and some kind of little extra feature tidbits that you might need to know. So that's that. Probably time to start putting it together. So I'm not really sure how others work. I think, if I'm right, the ones that you can buy at Disney, you put it in and twist and it locks in place. This one, all you need to do is slot it in, and obviously you can see it doesn't hold it in, but what they've done, they provide you with these, you can't really see them, they're 2 tiny screws, and there's a couple smaller ones as well, so I assume that's for if you really want to have a flushed edge. But I mean, these were coming out the tiniest bit, and at least then I can easily get to them. And you have an Allen key, and all you need to do is tighten them ever so slightly, just so you start to feel some resistance, and the blade is locked in, and you can spin and twirl it, which I'll try and show you in this room in a bit. So bear with me. Okay, so I've now put in the screws. It's just 2 little holes there, and as you can see, it doesn't come out. It's nice and locked in. Right, so now here comes the fun part. There you go. What I'll do, just for a very quick demonstration, I'll just shut the curtains and then talk a bit more about it, and then I'll go through the different kind of colours and effects. So here is essentially what it's going to be like. Pretty cool. Okay, what to talk about first? With this one, you get a selection of sounds and colours and a few other little kind of like extra effects which you can use, which I'll demonstrate to you now. I mean, I'm gonna have the light open for this so it doesn't look a bit too stupid. So, first thing, when this is on, if you tap it, got some nice little deflections there. if you want to hold it down for one flash, you've got a nice little, quite stroby effect. There was one, I've not actually tried this bit yet. Hold it down for the blade to flash 3 times, and apparently this is Saber Force. I don't know what this is.
Hello there.
Interesting.
So uncivilized.
Oh, I see. That's kind of funny.
I have the high ground.
Anyway, obviously, like I said, if you hold it for 2 times so it flashes, it'll start to cycle through the different color ranges. You can see it's kind of going for a very bright blue, got white into kind of a pink. I probably should just shut up and let it talk for itself. Gone back to blue. There are other ones, I swear. There we go. And then when you find the one that you want, you just tap it, and it's set now to a green. I should have been more prepared for this really, but I'm kind of just too excited. So yeah, if I now turn this off, the other cool thing is being able to change the sound effects. So if I hold, while it's off, if I hold it for a few seconds, wait for it flash. There you go.
I'm Cal Kestis.
So you got loads of different characters on here.
The force is with you, young Skywalker. You're not a Jedi yet.
Should be worth mentioning, I didn't get to pick the characters or the voices, and they came preloaded, so I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head if on the website it stated. I'm pretty sure it just said, 9 sound fonts. So it is kind of a lucky dip, I suppose, of what you get, because there's some quite recent sound effects on here. I've got Rey, Kylo, the Darksaber from Clone Wars or Mandalorian. It's actually the Mandalorian, if I find the, you can hear Moff Gideon.
You have something I want.
There you go, and you can hear the sound. Obviously not the right colour, but got a Darksaber-y sound. What else have we got? So we've also got... Shut up, Palpatine.
Skywalker.
You've also got the different states of the blade. So I need to remind myself how to do this. So at the moment, that's your standard blade where it stays in one look. Don't really know. But if I turn it off, so this is now pulse. It'd probably be easier if I shut the curtains, but I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of a bit more of a pulsy nature. Well done. And then also you have unstable, which is more for if you're going to do like Kylo Ren. And again, quite a jittery sound. Look. The other little thing you can do is it can play music. Now the quality of the actual music that comes out isn't amazing. The actual sound effects of the lightsaber stuff is great, but because it's so bit crushed, it does get a little bit distorted. I'll set one for you. You can hear it kind of breaking up a bit there. But you've got, I think, 5 different options. I think that's from one of the trailers, potentially. And again, did not get choice on the music options. So unfortunately, I got no Duel of the Fates or Binary Sunset or anything like that, which is kind of sad, but still pretty cool. What's left now, really, there's a few other things. You can also control the volume. You can have sound off altogether. So if you just want it just as a visual thing, that's fine. And you can stop annoying your girlfriend when you're swinging it around every 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll shut the curtains and I'll play around with the sound fonts and the colors to just kind of show you a range of all the different styles and characters you can play around with. So there's gonna be a lot of editing for me to do. Have fun. So what you're gonna see now is gonna see a color which I've tried to get close to what the lightsaber is in the films. So this is Rey. Probably should do that so you can hear the sounds. So this is Leia. Alright, so this is gonna be Kylo. I put it to the unstable mode to give that kind of unhinged effect. So just a careful warning if there's gonna be any strobing effects that might be uncomfortable. So this is Kylo. Okay, so we have Obi-Wan. Pretty cool. So here is Count Dooku. I would do really cool poses, but I'm kind of in a small environment here, so sorry. So this one is Cal from the game Jedi Fallen Order. Because Mace Windu isn't a sound on here, I'm just gonna put it as because why not? So this is Luke, and at first I thought it was Darth Vader because you hear him speak in the soundbite, but I'm pretty sure because he's addressing Luke, that's where I got the thing from, and it kind of sounds correct. Okay, this one was kind of hard to do because it's the Darksaber, which is essentially a black outline, but it's kind of, I mean, everything's white really, so sue me. But here we got the Darksaber with Moff Gideon. It's now a lot more blue than I realised. Got good old Sheev Palpatine. It's just another red one, really. I think that might be everyone. Yeah, I'm back to Rey. What I'll do now is I'll go out into the hall. I've got a bit more space. I'll just do some twiddly around so you can just kind of see the sounds as I move the blade. But yeah, pretty much that's it. And it should be said that you can have any color with any sound effect that you want, because given it cycles through, it doesn't lock a color to a certain character. I've just been trying to find the closest I can to give you an idea of the type of ranges you can have. And the next thing you're going to hear is probably through my phone audio, so sorry there's a little bit of a difference, but I cannot be able to move my mic out into the hallway. Let's hope it's a good angle. So yeah, pretty cool. Being very aware not to look at the space right now. Flash warning. Got that to the which is super bright. But yeah, it's pretty much it. I'm now realising I should have filmed that bit last because the angle is probably now really different. But we're going to go ahead with it anyway. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'm really happy with this. Like I said, it was something that I was kind of umming and ahhing about for ages, but now that I've gone and done it, it really is something that is brought a lot of smiles to my face in the last couple of days. Obviously, this is something that you could use for like a cosplay. It is actually built. These are okay for saber fights if you wanted to, because all the light is stored in the hilt here. This is literally just an empty tube, so yes, it could get damaged and it might snap and you might have to replace this part, but you won't be damaging any sort of light source. There's nothing in the blade, it's simply just a hollow tube. Aside from that, obviously you could do it with it what you want. I'm hoping that in time I'm going to find a bracket, set it over here, so that come the evening, when I'm doing kind of work or something else, video editing, what have you, I can just have it turned on as a little ambient light. I'm pretty sure that the battery time on this is potentially like 4 hours worth of use before it really goes. And I don't actually know yet if at all the blade just kind of dims before it goes, or if it just, you know, goes off once it loses power. I did charge this a little bit before I started recording in case it is a dimming thing, so potentially the blade might be brighter if it was fully charged. I don't know, sue me. But yeah, thank you for checking out this video. I know it's been very different to the norm in comparison to my very scripted, very tightly edited videos. I'm probably stumbling a lot over my words, probably sound pretty stupid, probably looks very awkward, but there we go. So yeah, I couldn't recommend this more. Like I said, this is actually this wasn't the cheapest version on Lightsaber's store. It was one of the cheaper ones. I'm pretty sure the cheapest was about £70, whereas this one's about 90. Obviously, it skyrockets when you go for character builds. I think Rey's is like £200 to £300, but I'm pretty sure, as well as it being a character build, so that's why the money goes up, I'm pretty sure they up the sound quality. I think there's a NeoPixel in the blade, which means that, unlike mine, where mine kind of just emits as you turn it on, NeoPixels will go up the blade to make it a little bit more realistic, if lightsabers are what you consider realistic, because Star Wars is science fiction. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll leave a link to the store in the description below. Like I said before, there is tons of other stores out there, so this is not necessarily the gospel truth of lightsaber buying. This is just my first one. I wanted to share the experience in case anyone else was thinking of doing something similar. But yeah, thanks guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the video. Potentially I might do some more videos like this if I end up picking up other things that I find cool and interesting, I'll probably just start buying more of these, and my girlfriend will start hating me. But here we go. Thanks again, guys. Bye.